Shalom. I'd like to say all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bahashemi Hawashai Bahashumar Kal Kodesh. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of GMS, for the true leaders of Israel today, and salutations to my Akim who do this work in truth and sincerity, who are risking their lives and their freedoms to do so, as well as the scattered Israelites who come looking like the heathen but are not, by way of their forefathers' seeds who are Israelite men. The true name of the Most High is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahushai, and the Lord's holy chosen people are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, as we're the ones who suffer under the curses in the book of Deuteronomy. This is your brother Yakali from the GMS Jamaica Kingston camp, and this video has been inspired by this video right here. Professor Tudor Parfit speaks on Israelites. All right, so let's listen to what he has to say.
Through this strategy, black Jews, whether they be in America or whether they be in Africa or whether they be in Papua New Guinea, they automatically enter directly into the annals of Western sacred history. They are part of the original players. They are relatives of Jesus, the patriarchs, the prophets, the saints. And it's a wonderful kind of liberation from the trauma of the African condition since the beginning of slavery.
All right, so right here it says, Tudor Parfit, professor of modern Jewish studies, speaks on black Jews of Africa and how they're descendants of the ancient Israelites. And when you read the Bible, you can clearly see that the Israelites are the Lord's holy chosen people. All right, it says it in the book of Amos. Let's go to the book of Amos real quick. 3 and verse 1. Hear this word that the Lord Yahweh hath spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth, therefore will I punish you for all your iniquities, right? Which are the curses that are listed in Deuteronomy. Now we're going to go back to Deuteronomy, okay? But let's just get back to this real quick.
Relative.
So it says that we are, all right, the relatives of the individual that you people call so-called Jesus, whose true name is Yahushai, the patriarchs, the prophets, the saints. Okay, the saints are the Israelites, man. Okay, this is our heritage.
Jesus, the patriarchs, the prophets, the saints, and it's a wonderful kind of liberation from the trauma of the African condition since the beginning of slavery.
Right, the slavery, which is a part of the curses, one part of the curses that we would face. All right, now you have this so-called looking white man, you know what I'm saying? He could be an Israelite, you know what I'm saying? Because our people have been scattered, which is another curse. But here it is that a so-called white man is letting you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans know. So are y'all going to believe him? Because you don't believe us, but you believe in whatever the devil tells you. Anyway, you know. But besides that, okay, the reason why we know that we are the biblical Israelites is because of the curses written in the book of Deuteronomy in which we suffer from. Okay? This is Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord Yahweh thy power, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord Yahweh thy power will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord Yahweh thy power. So this is the word unto the children of Israel, and no other nation. Okay? So if we were to follow the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shemeshai, we would receive the blessing. Okay? We would be blessed. Let's jump on down to verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord Yahweh thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee, right? So if we did not obey the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shemishai, then we would be cursed. And of course, we didn't keep them. So now we're cursed, all right? And we've been cursed for a long time, okay? And so we can go through the book of Deuteronomy. You know, there's so many in it. But let's see. Where do I want to start? I'm only going to get a few, all right? I think it's about 30 something. Let's see. Let's start at verse 36. The Lord Yahweh shall bring thee and thy king, which thou shalt set over thee, unto a nation which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, and there shalt thou serve other gods, wood and stone. Right? So when this curse occurred to us, man, all right, we forgot who we were. We forgot about Yahweh. We forgot about Yahushai. All right? It is during this captivity that it's the worst state our people have ever been in, man, because we forgot our power. You know, even in the Roman captivity, which was a captivity led by the Edomites, the so-called white people, you know, we had some of our people who knew who they were. You know what I'm saying? But during this captivity, it was beaten out of us. We completely forgot who we were. And then it is by the mercy of Yahweh Shemishai that he hath sent his prophet, once again, Abba Bivens, all right, who we believe through the Spirit is John the Baptist, or all right, because he came and he did the same thing as he did before, all right. This spirit of the prophecy subjects unto the prophets, and so it began where the children of Israel started to awaken slowly but surely, okay. But these are the things. This has happened to us, man. All right, and thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whither the Lord Yahweh shall lead thee. Right, so we're no longer known as Israelites, but we're known as blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, Mexicans, Cubans, Dominicans, Haitians, Jamaicans. All right, Negroes, blacks, if I said that already, you know, all of these bywords, man, niggers, niggas, you know what I'm saying? Uncle Tomahawks, Brazilians, Panamanians, all right? All of these places, man, okay? These names were put upon us, all right? But we're none of those things, man. We are the Israelites, all right? We are part of the 12 tribes of Israel, from Judah going on all the way down to Issachar. All right, that is our true heritage. That is our true name. Okay, but we lost that and we're called all these other filthy things. Okay, and then let's see. Verse 43, the stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. Right, so the strangers are these heathen men. And when you look at the state of our people, all right, you so-called niggers, Latinos, and Native Americans, we are at the absolute bottom of the totem pole in regards to every single thing, okay? And the heathen are above us. The heathen, they, you know, even though this is Esau's kingdom, this is his rulership, you know, they're at the peak, you know what I'm saying? But these other heathen, they still have land, they still have, whatever it is, man, all right? They're doing way better than us, okay? He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. Right? So once again, we're at the bottom of the totem pole. All right? Anything that we do, we always have to go to the heathen for help. We always have to go to the heathen to essentially live. You know, to drive a car, to even to farm. You know what I'm saying? To have a home. You know, and to have these things, you have to have a job, which is controlled by the heathen, starting with Esau, Edom. You know what I'm saying? We don't have ownership of anything, man. We're the scum of the earth. Okay? So let's go on down. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee and overtake thee till thou be destroyed, right? Our people are completely destroyed. Our people are destroyed for lack of knowledge because we don't know who we are, okay? We're destroyed mentally, physically, spiritually, man. Completely destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord Yahweh thy power to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee, and they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. Right? So the curses are upon us to identify who we are. All right, the curses are upon the Israelites. So when you look at a group of people who are suffering in this kind of way, it's clearly us, and it's a sign to let us know who we are. Okay, let's go all the way down. Let's see. I want to go to, how about verse 60 something? 62 or 64. 64, and the Lord Yahweh shall scatter thee among all people from the one end of the earth even unto the other. Right, so we've been scattered to the four corners of the earth among all the heathen men. All right, which that weakens us further as a nation, because our people are separated from each other. All right, and on top of that, we don't know, they don't know who they are. We didn't know who we are. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it's a really awful situation to be in. All right, and then also from there, mingling with the heathen. You know what I'm saying? Our people end up looking like the heathen as well, man. All right, but they are still Israelites. And there thou shalt serve other gods, right? So when we're among the heathen, we serve their gods as well. All right, not looking unto our true power Yahweh, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone, right? Okay, so our people are into all kinds of madness, Buddhism, atheism, Christianity by way of believing in Jesus Christ, which that is an Edomite thing, Islam, Muslim, and whatever other Rastafarianism and all other kind of bugged out ideologies. All right, so let's go down to the final one, verse 68, and the Lord Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, into captivity, into bondage, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. And there you shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you, right? So in history, the world's history, we only know of one people that suffered this kind of fate. And it started with you so-called Latinos and Native Americans in 1492. You were the first batch of slaves. Okay? And then in 1619, the Negroes, all right? So it started with the Northern Kingdom, then the Southern Kingdom followed several decades later, and we're all in Egypt, man. We're still in Egypt to this day, all right? As it says in the book of Baruch, we are yet this day in our captivity, and we truly are, man. But this especially does not relate to any other kind of people on this planet, man, all right? It only affected us, all right? We're the ones who had the yoke of iron upon our necks and suffered these things, and there is no group of people that redeemed us from it, man. That's why it says, for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. So for all you people who sit up here and think that you're so-called Africans, they're not Africans. The Africans are Hamites, man. All right. The elder Malcolm, I believe he says, not all skin folk are kinfolk, and that's true, man. Because the truth of the matter is that all nations are different shades of brown, except for Esau, Edom. All right. So being melanated and whatever else isn't something grand and special, man. It's actually common. You know what I'm saying? But what the difference is that the Lord hath chosen the Israelites, man. We're simply his holy chosen people, which were given the law, statutes, and commandments. All right, so I just want to get one more precept. Okay, because this one also lets us know clearly who the Israelites are in the book of Baruch chapter 2 and verse 30. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people, but in the land of their captivity they shall remember themselves. So the curses sent us into captivity again. All right, and in the land of our captivities we shall remember ourselves. And this is what has done, man, starting in America, which is Mystery Babylon the Great, also known as spiritually Sodom and Egypt. All right, we woke up to who we are, and this pertains to only one group of people, because the others that are claiming that they are the Lord's holy chosen people, they claim that they always knew who they were, so they don't match with this prophecy. So boom. Okay, and shall know that I am the Lord their power, for I will give them an heart and ears to hear, and they shall praise me in the land of their captivity and think upon my name. So while it is that the Israelites are in captivity, they will be praising the name of the Lord, which is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahushai. And once again, we fit this prophecy perfectly. All right, as we're literally in captivity right now, I'm calling upon Yahweh Shemishai and praising Yahweh Shemishai, and return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds, for they shall remember the way of their fathers which sinned before the Lord. And I will bring them again into the land which I promised with an oath unto their fathers Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And Jacob's name was changed to Israel. All right, so no other nation is included in this promise, okay? And they shall be lords of it, and I will increase them, and they shall not be diminished, and I will make an everlasting covenant with them to be their power, and they shall be my people, and I will no more drive my people of Israel out of the land that I have given them. So this is to come, and it is coming very soon, because salvation is coming unto the children of Israel, specifically the elect of the nation of Israel, very soon, because we're currently at the end of the rulership of the so-called white man, which is our final captivity before Yahushua returns. So with that, I'd like to say all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shemishai, Bashim Kodesh, Wa Abad Babal, Shalom.